Okay, y'all. Right here, I have some greenery. It's some eucalyptus and some willow branches or something it's called. You guys know I get stuff from the bin store or, wherever I can find it. That's cheap. But I'm just going to start taking wire ties and wire tying those two bigger pieces together right there. I thought I was just going to have to use two, but no, I end up using four. I end up taking two smaller ones and adding it to it also. But just clamp off that clip and keep going. I'm lying. I added a bigger one in between those two, and then I think I added two small ones. No, I added another big one. Oh my gosh. It doesn't matter. I added four wire ties to it. And then I'm going to take those foam roses there and just put them on the same stem, and set them across from each other just like that. Right. And wire tie them on there and clip off the thing. And then I take these two foam roses and I twist their stems together. And I take a wire tie and slide it up under those other wire ties. And I set them just like that right there. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm way ahead of myself. I'm not used to going this slow. I'm trying to slow down because people say they have a hard time understanding me. I have no idea why. Anyway, and then I'm going to take these three different, this is killing me, y'all. It always does. Three different color of roses, blues. That's a dark blue. There's like a medium blue. And then there's a really, really light, like a pale baby blue. And I'm going to put them at an angle like tic-tac-toe, three in a row. You know what I mean? And that one's the pale blue, believe it or not. And I just take and stick them in there. And I wrap them, their stems around that mess too. And then I take two smaller dark blue roses here. And I just finagle it down in between all that mess, and it's just going to hang there. And then I decided I wanted to give them some little leaves. So I just hot glued some on. And I'm going to take those flowers and stick them in there. And I'll wrap them around. And then those ones and stick them down in there just in between it. And, of course, flip it over and wrap it around. There's a lot of wrapping there. I would rather use glue, you guys. I know. I sound like I'm hollow. I'm so thirsty. And then I just put some baby's breath down in there. And then those pretty blue flowers in there. Yep. And then I'm going to take this garden fence that I got from Dollar General. I'm obsessed with garden fences lately, y'all. Can you tell? And I love this one. I have a million ideas for this thing. But I only have one more piece left. So I just can't. I just don't, I'll have 999.99, Anyway, I'm just going to clip off all that excess, anything that's sticking out there. But then I decide I'm going to cut those little points off right there. This was a as I go thing. And then I cut off the points in the middle. But then, here in a minute, you're going to see me like a goober. I decide to, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, cut it off all the way down to where those two round looking pieces are. You know what I mean? Yeah, anyway. And then I'm going to, I'm going to cut those off. Just the little things that look like, velociraptor claws. And then I'm going to take those bamboo sticks from the Ugly Truth Gals. And this is Loctite plastic glue. It's for plastic, and I think it said rubber and something else, y'all. It worked, and it dried fast. But it smells awful. I got high as a kite. And fabric, it says. Vinyl, fabric, and plastic. But it reminds me of that model glue, like when my brother was little and him and my daddy would put like model collars and stuff together. That's what it smells like. But I still used it anyway. Maybe I like being high. No, I'm joking. Oh, please don't non-monetize my video. Anyway, I don't do that. But anyway, so on that side, I had to put two of those sticks because where I overlapped that one on the other. And then, I tried to put that glue on there and get that, and I was like, I don't have time for this. So I cut down weird little pieces of those sticks, and I just took hot glue, and I stuck them in between them there, and I just, to where you couldn't sit in the front. I was hoping, but, I couldn't when I was done. And I just did that, and, that right there. So, you know, they had to meet somehow, you know, to fall in love. But anyway, and then I'm going to take more sticks and put them in there. I'm sorry, you guys, I needed a drink. And I didn't need to show that, but I did. And then I cut down wee little small pieces again, and I stick them in that little slot and right there, because I'm going to cut another small piece I cut down. I'm going to cut the ends off it, kind of cattywampus, you know, so you can't see it sticking out, because I want this thing to be stable. And to fix that thing, I thought this was a cute idea. I rusted this chain forever ago, years ago, from a Dollar Tree hanging plant chain thing. And I, honest to goodness, don't remember what for. But, oh my gosh, I do. It was for a farmhouse video I did forever ago. But I just took upholstery tacks and I took my pokey tool and stuck it down in there. And made a hole and took my upholstery tacks and pounded them down in there. And after I cut the backs off of them, but some of them still not short enough, with my claw, I clipped them off. And just put some little bit of glue so nobody gets poked by it. And that's how I remedied that. And then I'm going to take one of those hanging tacks, those black tacks from the Dollar Tree. It has a hook on it. And I made a lark's head knot and wrapped it around that mess there. And then tied another knot on top of it. And I'm going to hang my swag by that, because it was originally going to go like this. And I got one of those mirrors from the Dollar Tree. And I was like, oh, no, it doesn't make contact. I was like, oh, I'll just glue this on there. It's so light. Well, of course not. And then I glued those 3 sticks there. And then I realized it didn't make contact from the stick to the very back where the mirror is. And I'm like, great. So more sticks ensued. And then I end up wire tying it on. I glued all that on there for nothing. It is unnecessary. If anybody recreates this. And then, oh, and you'll never guess what. But I hung my swag back on there and then fluffed up a wee bit. And then I decided to hang it sideways. What do you all think about that? Do you like it? Oh, and then when I took the tape off to wash my mirror or clean my mirror, there was a little mark. I rubbed it, and some of the mirror broke off right in front of me. They didn't even have the decency to go somewhere else and do it. But what do y'all think? Y'all like that? I love it. I think it's gorgeous. And it looks like I need to raise up my swag higher on it. It looks like it's drooping some there. Anyway, because I didn't tag it up or nothing. Anyway, right here, Miss Ann, Anonymous, Miss Martha, sent me a couple of these boxes. I absolutely love them. I've had so many ideas, and then my husband wanted some, so I had to go buy him. He wanted mine, so I had to go buy him some. But she got them at Michael's, and I'm going to sand mine down. And seriously, I could do a million things with these. But then I'm like, if I use them, I won't have them anymore. Do y'all do that? I want to use this, but then if I do, I won't have it anymore. I'm so dorky. But I'm going to take that No Pain gel stain. It is a pain because it stinks. And I stained my book there with it, you know, wax on, wax off. And then I created this stencil on my Cricut, and boy, did it ever give me fits. And I'm going to take my texture paste. That's what that's called, and I just forgot, I mean. But I make some, you guys, and I like it better, but mine's thicker, and I wanted this thinner. And I think I showed y'all the recipe before. If not, and it's nothing. It's no big deal. It's just like that lightweight spackle from the Dollar Tree, white paint, and school glue. And if I remember, I'll put it in the description box. But I do have a video where I made it anyway. So, yeah, it's better. And it's actually just as durable. And, yeah. But it's not as, like, soft. It's more chalky feeling. But, okay, who cares? So what? So, I start pulling my stencil off. I don't know what happened. I got off on a tangent, but I'm glad y'all have eyes so you can see it. Anyway, yeah. So, okay. And then I'm going to take a 240 grit sandpaper, and I'm going to sand it down really well. I bumped it with my nail a couple places. I'm like, gee whiz, this is nice. But look what a great way to make some corner pieces right there. Look how easy. I was like, oh, no. I don't know. I've just created a monster. But anyway, oh, my goodness. I didn't realize that I sanded it that long for y'all, but then I dusted it off and cleaned it up real well whenever you're done sanding. And then I measured the inside, you guys, and it was 9 3/4 by 6.5. No joke. And then so I cut it 9 3/4 by 6.5. How does this happen? I'm like, dude, really? So then I went back and cut like 1/4 of an inch off of the 6.5 and 1/2 an inch off the 9 3/4, and it fit perfect. And then I couldn't get it out, so I didn't glue it. But I took a coordinating piece. This is that all that paper I got from that yard sale, y'all. And I'm gonna take that Elmer's school glue and I'm gonna glue it to the inside of the lid. Y'all see what I make here, but it's because my husband's begged me to make one for years, and now, well, I'll explain as I go. But I'm just going to take my rubber presser, Mod Podge presser downer thing. I don't know what that thing is, and I'm going to press it down, and then I'm going to take a piece of paper that I put on the inside, take the other piece, the other half of that, whatever, and I'm going to mark it where I want it, and I'm going to cut it down. And I'm going to Elmer school glue it to the, y'all, I laid it just a smidge crooked, and it would not move after I got it down there. It was there, you know what I'm saying? And then I take my rubber Mod Podge presser downer thing again and press that down. And then I take a piece of this tissue paper from Miss Brandy at the DIY Struggle. Wah, 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 wah. Anyway, I always have her link in my description box. Her YouTube channel and her website. Go check her out, you guys. And I'm going to take this little knob and I'm going to glue it there just for now, hot glue it, because I was in a hurry. But y'all, I was asleep and I ordered stuff off Amazon, and I don't know why. And those are really, really small. And then there's a smaller one, so I just put the really, really small one, not the smaller one, down. And then those are some finials or legs or something I got from Temu a few years ago. There's some jacked up finials if they all were. But I just hot glued them on for now, and I stained them, and then I got my paper out. So then I'm going to glue it to the inside of my box. And it is a remote control box, because we share an end table now, and I don't want to hear no fussing about it, and I want them to go back in the box. And he wanted one for years, and I made a stencil that said remote control for that thing on the front, and I lost it. And I'm like, I'm not going to make another one. I'll just wait till I find it. But anyway, isn't that cute, you guys? And we can use it as a riser. I hope you all like it. Yes, I do. I mean, y'all's like, that's weird, but I mean, I needed it, so I made it, you know. And yeah, see, it's a cute little riser. Okay, I'm gonna take this wood stain. You guys, I love dark stain, and you do whatever you want, whatever color you want, or anything. And I got that stain from Amazon. It's water based. I really like it. It don't have smell at all. And I'm gonna stain that little chalkboard, the wood part of it. That came from the Dollar Tree also. And I'm gonna take this little bird cage. Now this is almost all out of frame, you guys, so I'm sorry. And I'm going to rub on transfer, and I got those from Amazon. If I say I got it from Amazon, it's in my Amazon store, you guys. That is in my description box. But I'm just going to lay that down there. These are really good transfers, too. Anytime I've ever gotten any from them. And I've had those for a coon's age. But I'm just going to burnish it and rub it down. And then I'm going to start pulling it up and rub it as I go. But no need. It was already stuck. But y'all, I'm weird. So then I get part way and I switch it around and I pull up the other side, because one time I was rubbing and the paper just, and it came up really fast at the end and messed up half my, I was like, great. But anyway, and then I'm going to burnish it down. There you go, with the carrier sheet, because it has that film around it, and that will get rid of it. But and then I'm going to take this beautiful flower. It came in a bouquet that I got from Hobby Lobby last year for $1.48. Beautiful flowers. They only had one, and I didn't know, but they had been selling them, because May got a bunch of them, and yeah, I got one. But anyway, look, I know she would give me some, bless her heart, if I asked. She would give me her kidney, one of her kidneys, if I ask her. God love her. She's amazing. But anyway, and then I'm going to take this ivy. I have had this for 4 years since I started my channel. Y'all, my channel is going to be 5 years old soon. And look, But you know why? I've only done like 250 videos or something like that. I think Brenda's done 3,000. Anyway, May's done four, not, nah, 2,000. Anyway, but I'm joking. But I'm just going to tack that down. I don't use that often because I forget about it. And I don't even know why I bought it. It's silk. And I just forget about it. I don't think about a ball of ivy laying in my drawer somewhere. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm gonna. Oh, I know, completely out of frame. Tack it down in the back there, then pull it back up and around, and like droop it over, let it hang, and then I'm gonna wrap it around my base a couple of times, and then I'm just gonna tack that part down in the back, and then I had a loose part that apparently I'd used and had too much of and put it aside. I don't know. But I'm going to run it up the side there just a bit and not for them to meet, but it just be like, hey, we're cool. We're hanging around. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me today. And it's really easy, you guys, but I think that's very pretty. I really do. I mean, obviously, I made it for my house, but anyway. Oh, Crafty Crafters in time. Mr. Allen, he decided he wanted to send his stuff in, and he made a boat and a couch, and that is amazing, Allen. Great job. He's the crafter of all crafters right there. And then Samantha is the proud meemaw, Mr. Allen. He must take after his meemaw. Made these beautiful 4th of July. I think those are boats, y'all. That's really cool. Yeah. And Miss Linda Henderson, look how beautiful, Land of the Free, because of the brave. Amen. I agree 100%, Miss Linda. And then Kathy Dolan, she recreated Wakanda. Mine said, welcome to the funny farm. She's like, welcome to our crazy farm. I love it. And then Miss Sherry recreated my frame there and my lantern and my Highland cow. And she is so cute. And look at her big eyes. As soon as I saw her, I got so tickled and I laughed. Oh my goodness. I love it, love it, love it. I do. Great job, gal. Yes. And Miss Risa Tyler, look how beautiful her Highland cow is. That's Miss Brandy's tissue paper and her frame. Beautiful. Great job, Miss Risa. I hope I say your name right. This is gorgeous, Miss Bernadette. Look at that. How pretty. Oh, I just love that. That charger's gorgeous. I have one and I've never used it, but great job, Miss Bernadette. Oh, and Grammy just told me good night, Kathy Jo. She's going to bed. She ain't getting much of my video, but she said that was her last Easter. But I love those bunny rabbits she makes. They are great. And Miss Connie Wright, look at those beautiful birdhouses. Those are gorgeous. I love them. And her little can and her little house. I think that's so cute. I just love that, Connie. Great job. That is gorgeous. And I told y'all I have a lot of them. Okay, right here. I'm going to take this charger from the Dollar Tree. And I wanted to make that one charger, like I wanted to make like a set in a way. So, and that tissue paper is from Miss Brandy from the DIY Struggle. Whoop, whoop. Anyway, always in my description box, y'all. Check her out. I'm going to take my water pen, and it had a mind of its own. It's like it exploded water. It had to pee or something. And, yeah, I got it real wet. I put my thumb down there so I don't rip up in my image. But I stopped at my stamps there, you guys, because I wanted to save those. I wanted to keep them on there. And I'm going to need to get me some more Mod Podge and wax and stain bottles. Those are just, no, I just don't like them. It comes out too fast. But anyway, so yeah, I'm on the hunt for some now, you guys. I think I found some of them. Anyway, way too much Mod Podge, but it had boogers in it, and I knew it's weird. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I would have painted that because, I don't know, it was weird. It got really tacky, and it was like, I thought at one point I ripped my paper, and I don't know, so maybe with whatever they put on that charger, yeah. But with the colors Brandy does, I was like, oh, I don't have to paint this. And no, I would have because of the charger. But I lay my saran wrap down. Don't normally have to do that, but I was worried. And I didn't want y'all to have to see me cut all that out and all that. But I'm going to fold it up here so the Mod Podge doesn't touch where, you know, you don't want it to double touch. But I'm just tapping the edges there and making sure all my paper is pressed down. And then I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge my little stamps. Is that stamps? What am I? It is, yeah. And then I got those pretty tacks. They're velvet, and they're like blue, and then blue velvet, and then blue velvet, And I'm gonna take my claw and I'm gonna clip the tack part off, and they're like blue velvet and rose gold. Stay on track, Kathy Jo. Just keep on moving, Kathy Jo. Keep on moving. And I put them in them slots every 3. And I take super glue gel and I glue them down there. And there it is. I think that is so pretty. And I put it in a plate stand holder I made forever ago. And I set a doily over top of it. And it's going to sit there with its sister that's hanging over there. And yeah. That's all I got to say about that. That sure done a long time. This is everything, you all. Was that fast or what? So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know, of course, it's late again. I'm telling you, I'll be late for my own funeral, and I'm sorry. I didn't even start working until like day before yesterday. I didn't get anything done. Oh, my life is just, Anyway, oh my goodness. You guys, I knew I was forgetting something, and right in the middle of the final reveal, we're going to add it. So I took a 10 by 10 canvas from the Dollar Tree, and I took that adorable Highland Cow canvas. She got that from the Dollar Tree, y'all. I could not believe it. Miss Kathyjodiys sent that to me, and we're just going to open it up. And I took the staples out of both, that's all, folks, canvases. And, yep, see, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm showing, yep, we're popping them up out there. And I really want to show y'all how to remove staples, but I'm going to take the claw, and I'm going to pull them up out there the rest of the way. And then I'm going to take that 10 by 10 frame, and I'm going to lay it over my picture there and see what we got to do. But I stained that 10 by 10 frame with antique wax, and while it's drying, I took that canvas from the other one and some parchment paper, and I laid it down. I was afraid it's gonna melt because it's like plastic. It's not canvas, that Highland Cow, and it's plasticky. But I had to flatten out some of them, wrinkle where it was folded over. But then I line up my canvas and I staple it, pulling it as tight as I can to the back. To the back of my frame. Yep. The canvas is the picture. The frame is the frame. And then I'm going to take some hot glue and a piece of chipboard, and I'm going to glue it to the back. I want it to look nice, y'all. And after I get that done, I'm just going to take my knife here and cut off all the excess. And then I'm going to hot glue it the rest of the way down. But I'm stapling it opposite of where I put the other staples. And I know where I did because I'm crazy. And then I'm going to take the hanger that was on it, put it back on the back, and then I'll staple it some more because, anyway, and here it is. Well, I think so. Yeah, here it is, you guys. Isn't that so cute? Oh, and I put 4 little half beads on the corners of him. I think he is adorable, and he's going to look cute in my bathroom. Yes, I do. I love the colors. I love the color of that tub and stuff. Look at him. Cannot believe Dollar Tree had that, y'all. I never find anything like that at mine. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, now y'all got to see part of my messy floor, but here's the rest of the final reveal that we started and didn't finish. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. And same, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I'm so sorry. I've been so busy lately, and I'm very sick. I got all kinds of stuff going on, guys. And, you know what? Miss Sharon Mercer has been in my mind something awful. She's one of us, y'all. She's here, part of our family. If you could pray for her. I'm not going to tell her business, but I probably shouldn't give her last name. But I'm telling you what, when I'm having a bad day, I just sit and think, oh, my gosh, Miss Sharon. This woman's story is one of the... I cannot believe one woman has been through every bit of this, and she's just amazing, and she loves the Lord. So, yeah, just keep her in your prayers, but... Y'all, I just appreciate you, and I'm sorry my channel's been such a mess lately, and I feel like I got crafters block, so hopefully I get my groove back, and, yeah, I love y'all. Have a blessed week. I'll see you Monday. Mwah. Anyway, we're going to do Miss Yasmin Delmonica. And listen, if you guys do not want your last name said, your first name said, any name said, I have people that's done anonymous. I have, y'all, that, like one sweet lady, she said, you don't have to show mine. She called herself Olive Jew, and I thought her name was Olive Jew, but she meant it for I love you, and then and I was like, I think that's what that means. She emailed me, and it was. Anyway, it's so cute. I know her real name, but, you know. So, thank you, I loved you. Anyway, I loved you, too. Miss Yasmin sent me beads. Beads, galore. I love beads. One day, I might run out of them, but that day's not going to be anytime soon, and I am thrilled. I mean, this is awesome. I love every bit of it. All of these, too, they're so cute. They got all these little thankful and blessed, and these are, oh well. And then these, I love these. They're so cute. I got a few of those, and I know those were Hobby Lobby. And then she sent this. Oh, I love these. I don't know if y'all remember, but I got some last year. I used them. And she got me some more. Thank you. And then this, oh no, you don't. This adorable little towel, pumpkin spice and everything nice for fall. And I think that is very pretty. I like dark colors, y'all. And then I love this Jenga blocks. You know, I love work. I mean, you could do so much with them. I mean, even if it's just using them as stands. Look at that. Thank you. Yes, and she sent me a bunch before, and I used the tar. I love them. Oh, I wanted to show y'all something else. And this, look how cute that is. Look how easy that'd be just to change up for, like, every season. You could put something different in there. You could add little berries to it, Christmas. You could just do just all kind of little pumpkins during the fall, you know, whatever. And I think that's adorable. Thank you. And these jingle bells, I love these. They're big, and they're like a matte color. And I like these. I have some in red. I don't usually attach them permanently to anything because I want to reuse them. And then these pip berries. Thank you. These are good for 4th of July and everything, y'all. Y'all have seen me use them for 4th of July. And then look at these cute little stickers. Oh, I love that little lamp, that sheep, and with the rooster on its back. Look at those. Those are so pretty. I love that. I love that one too. I like all of them. So cute. Life is better in the country. Ain't that the truth? That's the truth if it was ever spoken. And then these are very nice. These are those thin ones from Hobby Lobby. You get a bunch of them in a pack. Nice. Love these. Blending brushes. Yeah, look at that. And I like how small they are. I have no idea where they came from, but I like it a lot. This is interesting. Metal Shapes, it's called. Brass, alum, copper, tin, and you can probably flower stems or wreaths or arms for gnomes or anything like that. And I'm really excited to use those too. And then this beautiful ornament. Look, oh no, I love that. These little words from the Dollar Tree. Honey, you must buy stock in those, but I love those. I like using that, again, that blast. And these are so cute, these little ornaments. Guys, man, you are too good to me. Yes, you are. And then these, look how cute these little, oh, raffia bows. Look, someone else sent me some more of these too. So, anyway, and this, I love buffalo cherry. I'm always running out. And then what happens is, Christmas, I go to get some, and it's done, sold out. So, yes. Oh, and look at this cute little snowflake. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. And these little wood pieces, nice. There's, yeah, look, 2 sizes. They're thick, too. Look at that. Wood pieces. Needed some. Actually needed some. And then I love these. You can only find them at Hobby Lobby now. And, yeah, Dollar Tree used to have them, but not anymore. Love these for fall. And then look here. A new, it says quilting. Anyway, I know what this is called. You guys, words are getting worse for me. Escaping me more and more. I'm calling things the wrong thing. Anyway, y'all know what that is, but look at that. That's nice. Yes, it is. You just, yeah. Nice. Anyway, and then, oh, these. like a rhinestone cowboy. My husband's room, he kind of has like the Western kind of thing, you know what I mean? Because he likes John Wayne. Can y'all see him? It says, blessed and thankful. And it's like a lasso rope. I think that's what that is. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure. And then these. Look at these little tiny like chibi brushes. They're called show-off. Stencil brushes, what they are. Interesting. Even better. Look at that. These little tiny things. Now, I know Hobby Lobby sells show-offs. Oh, look at this. How cute. Y'all. Look at him. Oh. Is he adorable or what? I love that. And he's all red on the inside. I like those big old cups like that. Big old 30 cups. But then, she sent me like 2 weeks before that. Oh my gosh, look. I already checked. But now I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm going to put it on a frame or not. But, look at him. Oh, I love it. Anyway, thank you, Miss Yasmin. You know that I appreciate it. And you all, you don't have to do these things for me. And that you do, it actually literally helps keep my channel going because I use so much of everything that all of y'all send. And I know you can only see part of me. Sorry. And it really means the world to me. And I told myself I'm not going to cry this time because I couldn't find my regular mascara. And when I cried at church with this on, it burnt my eyes. So I'm going to try not to cry. But I appreciate it so much from the bottom of my heart. I truly, truly do. Because without you all, there is no me. And you all is what makes this channel. I get excited and say, I'm about to hit 30,000 subscribers. Well, that's just a number to me. But you all, the 30,000 people that's taking the time to actually come view my channel, click that subscribe button, and come back every week and put up with my nonsense, you all are the superstars. And you all are the reason this channel is what it is. And I love y'all so very much. Thank you.